I am in Maine this week, and yeah, it's so beautiful here. Right behind me is the ocean. I am in a super reading slump, so while we're in Maine, I figured that I would switch up what I normally read. Normally, I read more like cultural fiction, historical fiction. I was just in Croatia, and so I was trying to read more about Croatia and like the wars and everything they went through. And while as interesting as that is, it's very sad. And so I've been kind of a reading slump. So I thought that while we are in Maine, I will read something from Maine. And so we were at this little bookstore. It actually, according to the bookmark, it is Maine's oldest bookstore. It was established in 1886. Sherman's, that's the name of it. Did not know that when I went in. I was just looking for a bookstore. And I got this book. It's so cute. It's called The Chowder House Murder by Lee Hollis. And it's just like a cozy little mystery that takes place a couple towns over from where we are in Maine right now. So, yes, Lee Hollis is apparently like a very famous author. This is his pen name. He's actually like a screenwriter for several different movies in Hollywood, so that's kind of fun. Never heard of him before, but that's okay. I'm excited to see how the book goes. I am actually like 80 pages in at this point. I got it yesterday, and safe to say, I think my reading slump might be over. It also helps that I'm like literally in the area where this book takes place. But yeah, for a little bit of background on the book, oops, I just dropped my Polaroid. We were along the beach, and we got some street food, went to some street trucks, and I took this photo of Ryan ordering because I thought it was cute. So there's that. Almost dropped it. But yes, a little bit of background on the book. It takes place in Maine, a couple towns over from Portland. Maggie is the grandma who's kind of likes to stick her nose in everyone's business. Her granddaughter's name is Audrey, and then Maggie has 4 children, 3 boys, 1 girl, and they are all like very active and involved in the local community. But they all like have tiffs with each other, and they have their own drama. And then Audrey ends up feeding this guy some clam chowder. He orders it every night. She fed it to him, and then a couple hours later, he died. So that, within the first like 2 chapters, you learn that. So yeah, we're jumping right into it, which is what I love. One of the things I didn't like about the Mayday book was that it was like 50, 60 pages of romance and then the mystery. For this one, jumped right in. All the little small town drama, all the silly little things. And so it's been an easier read. It is like day 4 in Maine, something like that. And we have left Portland. I'm sure sad about Portland. It was lovely. But we are on our way to a harbor. And that just seems so dreamy for me. I'm super excited for that. We're going on this boat tonight. We're doing like a sunset boat thing. Ryan, what's the boat called?
It's a schooner.
A schooner? Or to schooner?
A
schooner. There we go. So that's gonna be lovely. We just waited in line for almost 2 hours. It was an hour and 15 minutes for a lobster roll. Ryan, what was your rating?
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. It was quite good. He's now the lobster roll expert because every day he's had lobster roll. I am the clam chowder expert. So yes, we've had lots of lobster, lots of clam chowder, and we are on our way to a new location. So interesting. Hey guys, I am back. We just got done with our little boat tour out on the water over sunset, and it was so beautiful. I could just stay out there forever. I feel like in a different life, I would work on a ship or a boat. Not like a cruise ship, but just like these little, like wooden cruise type, like small tour boats. Anyway, I have an update on the book that I'm reading. Safe to say, I think I'm out of my reading slump. I'm about halfway through it. Yeah, it's been just like cute and fun, and to be in the area where it like takes place has been really great too. I feel like I can just like really visualize what's happening in the book, and like I have been having clam chowder every day, so that's really great. But yeah, what's been really interesting is that there's so many people, it's hard for me to keep track of everyone. I would say there's like 4 different groups of people. One is like the core family, one is the fiance's core family, and then it's like random townspeople, and then it's like potential suspects. And I know this isn't like true, but it feels like there are like 10 plus people in every category. And so that's just confusing. So yeah, that was hard at first. Sometimes it still is, but there's that. Another fun thing is that so the grandma's name is Maggie, even though Maggie and Audrey are like the 2 main characters, and they're solving the case together, which is so cute because it's like a grandma granddaughter duo, which I love. I love my grandma so much, and she, especially growing up, was like my best friend. So it's really sweet to like see the like grandma granddaughter like doing the illegal things, like running around, being clever together, being daredevilly together. That's just really fun. But yeah, a funny thing in there is that Maggie's daughter, Audrey's mom, is the main police officer in the town. So she has to go by the book, she has to do all the right things. But then her mom and daughter are like running around doing all the random, like suspicious stuff to try to solve the case because they're just nosy and they just love crime solving. So that's interesting. There's like this interesting dynamic with the son's fiance. It's kind of messy. It's really messy, and I think because of that, they're not actually like the main suspect, but something definitely fishy is going on. These are just my like thoughts of what's happening. There is main guys who they're trying to like follow all the leads to see if he's bad right now. I don't know if I'm gonna like totally spoil it for you guys, so I'm not gonna say who the person is, but they're definitely like the grandma and granddaughter definitely like going and searching for like his past, clues from his past. And then another person died, so that's really interesting. I kind of think someone else is gonna die too. So yeah, there's like still like half a book left to read. I don't really know how it's gonna take the whole other half, like what's gonna happen. So maybe like 3 more people are gonna die. We'll just have to wait and see. But yes, that is the update on my book so far. you doing?
It's the third of the waypoint.
Really? Rude. Well, we started back there. And now we're here. Hey guys, we have officially passed the halfway mark around the island. We did it. We're walking along the outside of Monhegan Island, and it was supposed to rain today, so of course we decided to go on a hike, but it hasn't rained yet, and it is so beautiful. It's like overcast, breezy, so lovely. We finished the trail. We started right by the church, so that's where our inn is, and then we stopped over here where the wreckage was. We hiked all the way up here, and right here's where I thought we were halfway because of like the high cliff. And then we hiked all the way around. So yes, it took us about 3 hours. I think it was like 4 or so miles. Woo!
Put like tape over things as they spot, or if they're unavailable,
Yeah.
and they're different from day to day. Like,
Yeah. Hey guys, it's our last day on Monhegan Island. Just so sad. I keep trying to convince Ryan that I'm sick. It's not believing me. So we have to go back today. And I have a book review. I finished this not yesterday, but the night before, and been stewing on ratings of it. I don't feel like I'm very good at ratings because everything is so subjective, and depending on the mood, the time of year, the things I've just experienced, ratings can be different. All that to say, I think this is like a 4.5. Don't know if it'd be that high normally, but I did really enjoy it. A, because it's like a grandma granddaughter duo, and I love my grandma so much. B, I've been having all the clam chowder. I probably had like 10 clam chowders over the last couple of days, and so that was fun. We're in New England, we're in Maine, and so the book takes place. It's a cozy mystery, so all the good things. So yeah, I really enjoyed the book. Some interesting things. I've been thinking about whether I'm gonna spoil this or not. I think I just might, so skip ahead if you don't want this to be spoiled. The interesting things for me were, so like halfway through the book, they like pin down who the bad guy is. And I was like, okay, if this is really the bad guy, what's the other half of the book would be about? And so I think I mentioned that earlier too, where I was like, if this is the real thing, like what are we gonna, is he gonna kill more people? Like, what's the deal? And so I think they could have maybe shortened the book a little bit in that way. But the accomplice was not who I expected it to be at all. So that was interesting. And then the grandma almost died. The granddaughter almost died and then was kidnapped. So that was really interesting and like kept the drama going. And then there was this whole other like side plot that was kind of happening that you thought was the main plot. But then was the side plot with like the engaged couple. So that was interesting. That part was kind of all over the place. There were some parts that were all over the place, but I did enjoy the book. The grandma and the granddaughter were like so sassy, and that was funny, but also like kind of unrealistic, as like their mom and daughter, like one in between them, her name is Jill. She's the cop, and so she would like try to solve the case ethically, legally, and they would just like run around and like sneak into people's houses and do all the suspicious activity and then tell her and report back. So that was interesting. All that to say, I feel like I'm now like continuing. All that to say, I really did enjoy this book. I like how it ended. It was a little cheesy in some ways, but it was also sweet. Uh, but yeah, that is my reading. You leave the island today. Safe to say I think I'm over my reading slump. I might have to read a couple more books that are like cozy mysteries just to stay out of my read slump. So we'll see. Stay tuned.